The 38 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Play action. Stafford.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
28-yard line.
To throw is Stafford.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Set. 180. Stop.
He'll try and run for it here with Dickerson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Stafford now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's free up the right sideline.
Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back.
Ball like yellow on leaves. Ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me. Blowing a coffee, he's asleep. You weak, chic. The web look at the boots, fleet. Headache. Gotta wait till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay.
Fall back, yeah, get back. Fall back, yeah, get back. Back, 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 back. Fall back, 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 back.
Bad, but a thick, it's a big, it's I know as long as you get really listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we go back, way back. When it now we on track, but you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that, lay back. In the back of the Maybach, play that. You should take that, I be in the streets like a straight rat. I will never be with a ring, cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Ready, break! Ready.
And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Rolling right. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On third down, it's Vic. Short pass taken in by the tight end. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Saints first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field,
and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Come on.
Throwing now, Vic. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Not fun here. Third and a lot. Vic gonna look to throw. A pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to fourth down. To the air, it's Vic. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And he's going to have the Saints first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
And the Saints
Ready.
a gain of 31
Off the play fake. But Supreme in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5. To throw is Vic. That's going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Colorado. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Another 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Rush to his left. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11. At the 12.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in second and long.
escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be out of bounds, up at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A wide-open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And he will score. Ozzie Newsome. Touchdown, Ravens. What a luxury to have in an offense. A tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The drive will start on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 9.
Come on. 19, Tiger,
On play action, it's Vic. That one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time runs out in the third quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they are set to start the drive with first and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll take this one in. Darren McFadden. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Tap the 60, tap the 60.
To throw, here's Vic. That's going to be incomplete. Upper's very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Crack ball 80. Here we go, here we go.
Now, Vic. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Ready.
Throwing is Vic. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for the Saints.
2 minutes to go here till halftime.
It's a gain of 3.
We'll come back to Baltimore after this. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Here's Vic. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays.
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect...
The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a big risk going.